Hey, mompreneurs, if you enjoy creating content, talking about products, and you want to make some money while doing it, listen up. I'm excited to share that we are in partnership with Pharmacy, a beauty brand and a wellness brand that is global, that's innovative, and built for women like us. Here's why this opportunity is so powerful. You earn 50% commission from day one. Yes, day one. Your sales equals your success. The products are high performing and affordable, which makes them easy to promote and easy to use. You'll have access to trainings, support, and proven systems that makes growing simple. And you can build your business locally or globally. It's up to you. If you're ready to turn your influence into real income and impact, make sure you click the link below to understand how you can join my team of women, boss moms, mompreneurs, who's adding those streams of income by joining Pharmacy. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome to another episode of the Mompreneur Huddle Podcast, where motherhood meets entrepreneurship and we talk about everything in between. What we do.
Girl, you's a boss mom. Baby girl, you so perfect. Girl, you's a boss mom. Making everything worth it. Girl, you's a boss mom. Stand on all of your business, and when it come to investments, and baby girl, you the realest. Girl, you's a boss mom.
Yeah, I like that right there. Today, I have an amazing rock star guest with me here in the huddle today, Ms. Ashlei White of Baswe Mom Official, the Baswe Mom Movement. What's up, girl?
Hey, how you doing?
I've been trying to get you into the huddle for a minute because she is moving and shaking here in Atlanta.
Yes,
Listen, I found out she my soror, y'all. Y'all know Dustin's be doing good things.
Okay.
Big things. That's what we do. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, let's get right into this interview. Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Yeah, so I'm Ashlei White. I am the founder, creator of the Baswe Mom Movement, along with now the Baswe Mom Experience, our nonprofit arm.
Yes.
I am a mom. I am a newly fiance.
Yeah, let's go fiance. Wait, do that again. You can't just do the ring and not, bam.
Mom of one, amazing toddler, boy mom. And I'm also still in corporate America,
Okay.
so I'm a corporate baddie too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How do you compare what you do in corporate to what you do for yourself? Like, how do you compare that if you were to explain that to the world? Like, how would you compare it? The same, better?
I don't know that I would say the same or better.
Okay.
I feel like it allows me to still do what I love, which is people management. Like,
Okay.
I am a recruiter. I have been in this space for now 10 years, from college recruiting to corporate recruiting,
Okay.
internships, all the things. And so I get the pleasure of communicating with people
Nice.
all the time.
Nice.
And then in terms of what I'm doing now with the Baswe Mom, still dealing with people, dealing with
Yeah.
moms, And so I think I still enjoy it because I still get to make a change in people's lives.
Yes.
And that's helping them either get into college, what I used to do, or get a job.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I love how corporate prepares you for anything that you want to do. Anything, entrepreneurship, motherhood, business, like
100%.
corporate will test you. Like I have a love-hate relationship with corporate America. I
Yeah.
mean, but it definitely builds you up to be strong enough to deal with whatever God has in your path.
Absolutely.
That is one thing we have in common, the corporate world. But yeah, so Baswe Mom. Baswe Mom, moving and shaking and making noise. So what inspired you besides being, because you said you're a mom of one and he's a toddler, so you haven't been a mom very long.
No.
What inspired you to want to start this movement?
So it was just the idea of giving up me, my life, my goals for motherhood. I feel like a lot of times when you hear moms speak, they're talking about all the things that they have to do for their kids or spouses and or partners. And so when I found out I was pregnant, it was during the pandemic.
Okay.
So of course the world is going crazy,
Shut down,
right?
and you
We
didn't even
shut
know what was
down,
going
people
on.
losing jobs. I was one of those people. And I had just entered into the corporate space. So I had made that transition from education to corporate America, which is something that I had been trying to do for a couple of years prior. So it took me a minute to do it successfully. And boom, I lose my job. And so I'm like, okay. 6 months later, I'm pregnant. Okay.
Back
so,
to back, like, what?
yeah, you know,
Girl.
life-changing events. And I felt like, so does this mean, what I questioned was, so does this mean what I want to do with my life no longer matters? Like, am I going to now have to give that up for the next 18 years and solely focus on building my family? And I wasn't ready to do that. I was going into my 30s at the time. And I'm just like, I'm just getting started, you know, with life. And so, and I felt like there was still so many things that I hadn't even probably thought of that I wanted to do, would be interested in doing. And so I'm like, well, how do I balance, right? We like to use that word, but I don't think it really exists. But how do I balance this life? And at that time, my boyfriend and I, or fiance and I, had moved in together, so that was new. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't know if I'm gonna want to do that. You know, I want to be a great mom. I want to be a present mom, but I do feel like there's still room for me.
Yeah.
And so that's when I thought of the Boss Mom, and it started out as the podcast. And I just wanted to interview moms that were handling their business and motherhood and family life, and not being, you know, extremely burnt out or feeling like, you know, regret, which I know that that's hit or miss, right? There are times. Yeah. But I wanted to just hear from other moms as encouragement for myself, as a mom who was getting ready to go through that transition. And so it evolved from there.
Yes. And that's how it happens.
Yeah.
You're obedient to a calling, to something internal. I love that. I love that. Did you have a lot of people that you could look up to that was in your family, that was young moms starting it, or are you like the first generation to really step out and say, hey, I'm going to attack this bigger mission. I want to really build something that I need, or that this community need? Or did you, like, how was the women in your life? Did you have that motivation? Did you have that people that you can aspire to be like? Did you have people you could look up to?
Yeah. For starters, my own mom.
Okay.
So she, coincidentally enough, works in HR as well. And so she was growing through her career. She worked with AT&T forever and ever. She's retired now, but and I watched her on a daily basis, and I felt like as a child I didn't feel neglected. I felt like she was there.
So that's why I was
and
getting
made
to
those.
question.
I was great in school, but I was also in a lot of extracurriculars. I was a cheerleader. I was on a track team, you know, and I mean, from starting at a young age, I started in gymnastics. So it was like I was always doing things, and she was still there. Yeah.
Still there. And
And my parents weren't married growing up. They were both very active in my life though. So, but it was still watching her, be a single mom in a house with her and I would go back and forth between my parents' houses. And I'm like, but so you have to work, right? You have to provide.
Absolutely.
And so I understood that. I mean, there were times as a young girl where I'm like, Mom, why are you always tired? Or why after work? And now I understand, obviously, but I still felt like those important moments, like she was there.
Do you think it would have had I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Do you think it would have had a different effect if your mom would have had the community that you're building? Do you think it would have been like, because I know we see, I don't know our age group, but we see the women that come before us and the stress that came with working and single. Most of us come from single parent households. A lot of us.
Yeah.
Do you think this type of community would have had a better effect on?
I do. I feel like as far as like that mom friend support, because my mom is originally from Michigan. So her and my dad moved here when they had me, so she didn't necessarily have that community. And I mean, since then we've had family move down here and go back and forth and what have you, but like her friends, like she had told me, like they weren't here. They were still, they were still up there. Of course, she met people along the way, but like that true community, I absolutely do feel like it would be something she would have been able to benefit from. Yeah.
And I think that's where it probably stemmed from too. Like just knowing that, like, you've experienced that with her, and now that you're a mom, and even though you have a son, is there any plans for more?
Yeah.
So you may get your daughter.
Yeah.
So that legacy, you know what I mean? Just showing her, because boy, I love boy moms. Shout out to boy moms. I was a boy mom until I had my daughter. But it hits different when you have a daughter. Yeah. Like doing this mom community and just excelling through entrepreneurship and just following your dreams and following your calling. it hits different when you got the little people watching.
Right.
It hits different when I have to teach you now. And even with the boys, you have to teach the boys, you know. I think that it's amazing what you're doing. I respect everyone that's in the mom space. I respect everyone that's in the mom community. Well, you are in HR, so you are good with people, but your discernment, how do you know when to move and when not to move when it comes to what you're supposed to be doing in the mom space? How do you discern that?
I'm still learning.
Okay.
And I feel like it's trial and error. I am very much a firm believer that we can do anything that we put our minds to.
That part.
And like, you are your biggest threat, enemy, when it comes to your goals and the things that you want to do, because a lot of times we end up talking ourselves out of things, right?
Thinking about it too much.
You know, and
that.
you second guess, and now you're like, I don't really know. But I feel like even in this space, I've had a lot of ideas. I've tried things. They may not have worked, or they just didn't work as fast as I wanted them to. So I pivoted. And I'm just in a space of really trying things out to see if it's even something that I'm interested in. You know, I think sometimes we have an idea and you really don't know how it's going to play out, and you might get into it and say, hey, I don't know if this is for me.
And we're not supposed to know how it's supposed to play out.
Right.
Like, your vision is from God.
Absolutely.
Like, and we're just supposed to do it.
Right.
You know, and then I don't know if so what was a nonprofit ever in the lineup for?
And because you asked me about discernment and just knowing, and I feel like the nonprofit is a great example. So I actually filed for nonprofit status 2 years ago.
Okay.
Not too much longer after the initial creation of the Baswe Mom Movement itself, I was like, I think I want to do nonprofit, because I had started a nonprofit with 2 friends years ago once we graduated college, and it just didn't work out at that time because we all lived in different states.
Okay.
And we're from Atlanta, so we were trying to do things here, not living here, and it was just too much. Recent graduates trying to really figure out life.
Yeah.
So I know, like, giving back, I mean, we're dealt as make an impact, giving back, that's already embedded in me.
Yes.
So I knew that I wanted to, and again, I just wasn't sure how. And so I filed. Me and my girlfriend from college, she is in that space, and she helped me. And I was not 100% sure that I was ready to step into it, because I knew it would be a lot. And I'm working. And I forgot to mention earlier, I have a hair store here that I manage.
Do you?
Yes, girl. So when I
Come
say,
on with
like,
the hair store. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can't skip past that. Wait, pause it. Let's put a pin right here. Where's the hair store?
It's in Midtown.
Really?
Yep, off Marietta Boulevard.
Girl, yeah. Now I gotta sew into that, because I be ordering stuff off of these websites that I see. Cause I'm fairly new to Atlanta too. 4 years. It's still fairly new. You know how big it is here.
Right.
So it's
Correct.
So when I know there's a Black-owned store or something
Yes.
I need, give me the information.
Yes,
We're
I
gonna
would
put the
definitely
information
share.
in the come on with the hair store.
So, you know, all of that going on, and I'm just like, I don't know anything about nonprofit other than, you know, what we started back years ago. But again, it didn't really, you know, take off like we wanted it to. So I just felt like I don't know that much, you know, especially the vision that I have for it, you know, once we actually go head in. I mean, we baby steps, but I was just like, oh Lord, this is a whole nother beast. And I don't even know business like that, you know, even from a LLC perspective. So I was like, this might be too much at one time. So I paused. We applied, we submitted everything, and I just kind of left it. I didn't even check to see if it had gotten approved. I didn't know, because I was just like, you know what, not right now. So it doesn't even matter. End of last year, I reached back out to my girlfriend. I said, I think it's time. I think I'm ready, because I really want to make impact. Now that we've been doing this for a couple of years, I'm starting to see a lot of needs, and I feel like the nonprofit is going to allow us to give back to moms that need the help. And I said, so what happened to what we submitted? You know, I'm like, I don't even know that I received, you know, feedback. And I was waiting on a letter in the mail. So I know for sure nothing had came in the mail.
Okay.
And come to find out, our approval status went to her email. Georgia came to mine, but I must have missed it. So we filed for Georgia nonprofit, and then through the IRS.
Okay.
They were both approved. And I was like, okay. this is
go.
God. You know,
Yes,
like, okay, we
let's
got
go.
approved. But now I'm worried about taxes and are we, technically dissolved? Like we were dissolved in Georgia because, Georgia, you got to file every year. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we didn't do anything. So look, don't call the
We
people.
should be
But
good.
I'm like,
we ain't making no money.
good.
We ain't ruffling no feathers yet.
Right.
But
And so I said, but let me call the IRS and see what do we need to do for that tax exempt status that we have. And so I called and they were like, no, you're still active. You have 3 years.
Come on.
We have.
Look
She
at
said,
that
we
seed,
just need
girl.
to see. We just need your information. You need to
Yes.
file. And so I made sure that we did that. And so I said, now that's a sign from God that we're supposed to be here.
Yes.
Because now, if we had lost that status, we would have had to redo the entire,
the paperwork,
application
the
and go through all
process,
of that. And we didn't have to do that.
Yes. That's
So-
how you know it was meant to be. But that seed that was sown and you just set it and forget, like that right there.
Yeah.
That's how you know God is real. And the fact that you said something very important, I don't even know the business part of the LLC side. Now I got to learn. This right here is going to stretch you. And you, girl, you about to be, I love to see Black women. I love to see Black women moving and shaking and doing things because these are the type of doors that opens that pushes us to the next level.
Correct.
You're going to learn, and if you look at everyone else that runs nonprofits and businesses, they started where we are, not knowing anything,
Right.
and they turned out just fine.
Right.
You are going to be okay. You're going to do what you got to do. You're going to take these baby steps, and girl, I'm excited for the community, and I'm going to join the Boss Mom community. I did actually bought a VIP ticket to the event, and I couldn't make it. I was trying to give the ticket away, and then my old co-host Toya, who's collaborating with you now, I was like, find somebody to give this ticket to because I want someone to experience this if I can be there. So I am 100% in support of this movement. Anything that has to do with moms and helping moms, especially because we don't get the help.
Yes.
We get overlooked a lot.
Yes.
And let's talk about some motherhood. What are the hardest things that you find about motherhood? What are some of these hard truths? Like, we heard
Hard
stuff
truth.
before we became moms. But what are
Yeah.
some things that you realize, this is true?
Yeah. The fact that you are literally responsible for another human being.
Another human. Whole person.
And that to me, I mean, that amount of responsibility it's a lot. And not just, okay, we have to make sure they get to where they need to be. And no, you have to make sure it is food on the table. You have to make sure that you are mentally capable to handle their mental capacity, their emotions, and really help develop them as a person. And sometimes you're not 100%. So how do you do that for another person? There have been times where I'm just not in it that day. I don't have anything to give.
And guess what?
And
you still
he's right
have
there.
to. You still have to.
Still have to.
Still
So
gotta
it's those
give it.
times where I don't have it for myself, but I got to have it for you.
Yes.
But it is times where I have to tell him, baby, not today, not right now. I walked in the house earlier this week after work, and I instantly told him because I just feel like he needs to be able, and whatever kid I have next, they need to understand mommy is still a human being as well. So just like you go through your emotions, mommy does too. And so I want to start him early because I feel like that's important for them to understand I'm not a robot. Yes, I am here for you. I am going to do for you. But in this moment, I just need these 10 minutes. And then I walked in the house and I told him that. And my son, I don't know, something about these pandemic babies. He's been here before, but he understood. He stopped in his tracks because he was getting ready to turn up. And I'm used to that. That's what he does. He's excited. He hasn't seen me all day, and dad, because he does us both the same way. And so he running down the stairs like, mommy, mommy. And I stopped him and I said, okay, not today. We're going to have to chill out, this evening. And, it's instant baths. It's instant relax because mommy's had a long day. And I just think that we don't talk enough about the mental capacity of it. True. Now, I have seen... And I feel like maybe more often now than a couple years ago, just within my motherhood journey, but moms crying on social media and literally crying for help,
They're definitely more vocal about it.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that we're starting to be, like you said, more vocal about now just as a community about the hard times.
Yeah.
Instead of sweeping everything under the rug as if everything's A1 and it's not. And I feel like it's okay for it not to be.
Right.
And as a community, just as Black people as a whole, I feel like we are also diving more into our mental health. It's becoming a conversation that's louder than it's ever been in my 30 odd years,
Right.
30 something.
I
years
appreciate
of
that
living.
though, because even what you said about with your own son, I had to explain to him, mommy still needs her 10 minutes. Mommy still needs time. I still have to process this. Explaining that to kids nowadays, that's something that we wasn't afforded growing up. You know, it was always a do as I say environment, but look where that's gotten us. We have a lot of women that is emotionally detached. We have a lot that don't know how to express their feelings, that
Right.
just coddle up into a ball. So I appreciate this space, you know? So yeah, I do agree. I do agree. And you're just going to continue to add to that space with the resources that we do need, because I mean the need is there.
Yeah,
The need is definitely there.
absolutely.
What is the does he see, does he understand, does he know what you do?
He knows mommy works.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, you're always working. Because I'm remote, I have a full office at home.
Okay.
And so he'll come in there. He sits in there with me a lot. He likes to be in my lap. But honestly, when he was born, I was full on remote.
Okay.
So he did not go to daycare until he was 2. So those first 2 years, I mean, he was there. He had his little setup and he typing and stuff. And he still likes to get on calls. So
Okay.
that part I feel like he's used to because it's always been there since he has stepped foot into this world. But he doesn't know quite, not my day job anyway. Now he knows Boss Mom.
Okay.
And like even when we had the summit, he was like, "It's Boss Mom birthday." Like he's
Yes.
seeing the decoration and stuff. So he knows that. He's been to events. And now that we have the social club, we do have those mom and me events as well.
Yes.
So, you know, able to include him. But I do feel like it's important for him to know. That's why I bring him to things.
Yes. Expose him to all of that.
Exactly. Because even though he's a boy, I want him to know you can do whatever you want
Right.
to do as well in life. You know, keep his eyes wide and knowing that he's capable. And I think it's important that when he sees me and his dad doing the things that we love to do personally, I think that will help instill that same fire into him.
Absolutely. Absolutely will. Not even on the professional level, but just on like the personal level. When kids see their parents doing things to this caliber, like it raises the bar for the people that they want to be around. It should raise the bar. Because now it's like my mama walked in this light. I can't just let anyone else in my circle or anyone else around me. It's like, because who am I comparing it to? What am I seeing? The people that poured into me. It's like I love how this generation is operating. Not all of it, but I love how, not all of it, because it's some crazy stuff out there, but just the entrepreneur world is growing.
Yes.
And is looking a lot more like us. And yeah, it's just, we all are a benefit to each other.
Absolutely.
Platforms like this, communities like yours, even in raising our children. We never know, your child may be the next doctor that my grandchildren go to. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we never know how we're intertwined or why we're aligned. And just, we got to continue to follow our calling, girl.
Yeah.
Continue to follow our calling.
We do.
So you about to be married now. You about to be married. Look, Miss Thing said, I'm going to do it. And congratulations again.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
We've been together for a while. We've been able to see each other in various spaces and grow with each other, from being long distance to being in the same, not only the same city, but under the same roof.
Okay.
And, you know, be able to grow like that. You know, he just graduated with his master's. He's a therapist now,
Okay,
which
nice.
is, so we're heavy on the mental health in our
Yes.
house. And I actually have my bachelor's in psychology. I thought I was
Okay.
going to be a therapist too. So we connect in that manner. But yeah, I think, you know, it's time for us to take that next step and
Yes.
really understand what that means under God, and you know, walk this life together
Yes.
as one. So
Yes.
yeah, and my baby, he's excited. He's like, "Mommy, I want you to have my last name." So that's what he knows it as. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
How important do you think it is to highlight or showcase Black love in this community? Because again, majority of the community of the mom communities are single moms.
Yeah.
Majority. How important it is for you to showcase the Black love side of it in a healthy way.
Yeah, I 100% think it's absolutely important. I think it is something that we need to discuss more. I've seen a couple of videos on like Black what is it was married couples like going out together dating, not dating, but going on dates.
Okay.
As a tribe. It would be like,
like a
6
group of
different
people.
couples.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
married Black couples. And us saying, the saying, let's normalize this. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yes, let's normalize this and really build that community, because we don't see it. I mean, we see other ethnicities and races getting married at younger ages, than we do. Like, that's a norm for them. That's their expectation. I actually was having a conversation with someone, not of Black descent at work, and she's younger than me, and she's like, yeah, I'm looking for my husband. And me and my other coworker, who are both engaged, we're like, girl, you got time. And we're older too. And we're like, you have time, like, you're still in your 20s, you can still explore and stuff. And she was like, no, I know what I want, and very firm on that. And I'm like, well, hey, if you know what you want, girl, go for it too. But, I'm like, that just shows, like, the preparation, and us not seeing it and being okay with not having it, And so, and even just when you think about like the divorce rates when we are getting married and not staying married.
Right.
And I'm very big on growing pains. Like, you may not like that person every day. They may do something that pisses you off, but how do you get through it in a healthy way? Do you need to explore therapy and figure out how to grow together? Because one thing about it is, when you think about marriage, when you think of partnership, that you're growing with that person. They don't have to come to you perfect, and vice versa, because you don't. Right. None of us are perfect. But I believe in building with someone.
Yes.
And longevity, long term, when you hear people say, yeah, they've been married for 25 years, that's
they
a
went
long
through some stuff.
time.
And
right.
They went
That's
through some stuff.
Yes.
Right.
And how they were able to cope through it and go through it together and rise above it. Man, that's what I look for.
Yes.
And we actually just had a conversation the other night. He looked at me. He said, I hope you know this is forever. And I said, I hope you know this is forever. Like, and so we're on the same page as far as ain't no divorce.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out. Like, what needs to be discussed? What do we need to do? What needs to be changed? And we're willing to do the work. And I think that is something that a lot of us are just not willing to do, is the work.
The work. Not just with someone else, but within ourselves.
Absolutely.
It takes a certain type of person, certain level of maturity and growth to understand that you can't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions.
Oh my God.
And if you look at this, the way it is now, like everyone wants it fast. Like what they got in 25 years is not going to happen for you in 2.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And if things don't go our way, our ego, our own spoiledness, our own whatever you want to call it, shuts it down.
Right.
And now we're living with regret. So I agree with you. I think it is very necessary to show this in this light. It is okay for me not to come to you perfect.
Yeah.
It is okay for me not to like you today, but I still love you.
Exactly.
So yes. We're going to be okay. I think that, I don't know what the future holds. But I know as long as we keep breeding, in a sense, that's what you're doing as well. You're breeding the next generation of leaders. Every woman that comes through your organization, every woman that is touched by the summit or touched by a podcast episode or whatever it is, you're reaching that person, that one woman.
Yeah.
And in the next 10 years, you're going to breed that next leader.
Yeah.
As long as we continue to do that, I feel like we'll continue to grow and we'll continue to progress.
Yes.
But we just have to stay obedient to this mission. We have to stay obedient to this mission.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the podcast, I know you had one. Are you looking to bring it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually, so like I said, I started the movement with the podcast. It was virtual for a few years, and then I stopped because that was no longer the vision I had for it. I wanted to be in a studio,
Yes.
And I was thinking I wanted a co-host. And so we actually relaunched last year, end of last year, going into this year. And I have 2 co-hosts.
Okay.
Yeah. So my best friend, Bree, and my line sister, Larisha, they are my co-hosts.
Okay.
And we have recorded 3 episodes and they're published, but we stopped because life was life and for all 3 of us. We went from Bree had her beauty conference into the summit and then traveling because now we're going into summer and it's just been a lot.
Life on life.
Yeah, life's on life.
On
and that's what I want to, tell moms too. Like, life gonna life. You go through it. That doesn't mean you have to stop. You might just have to pause.
Right.
But, so we're pausing. We're still, so technically, we're still active. It's just been a few months. But, so we're back. And we hope to start back recording before the end of the summer.
Oh, good. So, I love to see it. I love to see it. I do want to know what's coming up next for you. What we got planned? I know we got some more events coming.
Yeah.
What we got planned?
Okay. So our focus right now is we just launched the Baswe Mom Social Society. Again, discernment. That was something that I had been going back and forth on. I'm like, okay, as I do have a small team and they're like, we should probably do like some sort of club or something to continuously see the moms, right? Because we weren't doing a lot. And it doesn't mean you have to have a club. That just means you do more events, right?
Yeah.
But I really believe in the power of community.
Yes.
And there's just more things that we can do on a continuous basis with having this community. But also people have been talking about other cities. Would you come out here and do these? And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I will do like a one-off event. Not to say I wouldn't, but I don't know, right? Like, so I'm like, how can we best put this together to where we can reach other moms outside of Atlanta? And so we formed the Social Society. So we launched that. Doors open June 1st. We have our Atlanta chapter. We have Savannah, Georgia. We have Tampa, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area.
Come on now.
Yeah. So that's like the new baby and growing. That's the new baby right now that we're focused on, but it works in cohesion with the nonprofit.
Okay.
So there are monthly dues attached, but we have 3 different tiers.
Okay.
And so we offer a free tier for moms that just want to stick their toe in it. They're trying to figure it out, right? If this is for them. But then our other 2 tiers, they are low cost, but a part of their monthly dues are donations to the nonprofit. Yeah. So, that's what we're focused on right now. Because we're expanding and we're just getting into those other cities, they're hosting open events.
Okay.
Like Savannah has one this weekend. Theirs coming up, and they have an overwhelmingly positive response to their walk in the park. We're all doing park events.
Okay.
And so, we're trying to, hopefully it don't rain on nobody's parade, but just get
And
out
even if
there.
the turnout, you'd be amazed of the turnout even on a rainy day.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, and it's mommy and me, so we're getting to know the mamas and the kids.
Yes.
And so consistently though in the social club, because it's hybrid, it's online and in person, we do have group therapy that's offered to our top tier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've partnered with mental health therapist and a wellness coach. Precious is our wellness coach. Nisha and Michaela are our mental health therapists. And so they rotate and do therapy sessions on virtual therapy sessions.
I love that.
We have our wind down because we just need an hour to socialize. And then our co-work sessions. So for our mompreneurs or moms in their career, or you just need to tackle that to-do list and you need some encouragement. We're going to work together to get those things done and support each other. So those are our consistent events that happen inside that all you have to do is log onto your computer just to participate in. And that's just where we are right now. There are so many more things that we want to add. I just had a conversation about a partnership with a nanny service here in Atlanta.
Wow.
So that we can incorporate some benefits there. So we're growing and we want to be able to provide these opportunities for our moms, our ambitious moms. It's like, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z and I don't know how to do it, or I just need another friend that's doing it with me to keep me encouraged. That's what we're here to do.
Provide that. I love it.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
Thank you.
I see the vision.
Thank you.
And I congratulate you.
Thank
That
you.
is a power move, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with Miss Ashlei White and Boss Mom Official. Make sure y'all
Yes.
how can our audience reach you? What's just drop all the socials?
Yes.
How can they join the society?
Absolutely. So we are on Instagram as now Boss Mom Official, just because we're running all the entities on one page. So
Okay.
we didn't want to have too many pages out there, at least not right now. So you can find us on Instagram under that handle, also on Threads. Now we are on TikTok as the Boss Mom Movement. It's slow. It's slow on that side. I'm trying to hang in there, keep up with all the different social
can't get
media.
with TikTok. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Auntie tired. Okay, I don't know. It's that the social media is just not my calling.
Yes.
But we gonna hang in there. So we're there. And then the website is just thebossmom.com. That is where you can find the Social Society tab and pick your plan, whichever membership subscription you will want to subscribe to there. The podcast is on YouTube and all major podcast platforms as well. So you can just search the Boss Mom Movement and we'll be listed there for you to view and listen.
And tap in. Make sure y'all tap in with Ashlei.
Yes.
Right now, what I want to do is I want to do a little segment we call Rapid Fire. So I'm just asking some questions, some this or that questions.
Okay.
Just to see where you at, where the moms be at.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you're a morning person, or night person.
Night person.
Night person. You can stay up late and do your work.
Late enough.
Ooh, girl,
Yeah.
I'll be tired. I'm a morning person. Seafood or soul food?
Seafood.
See, yes. How far to that? Listen, give me some blue crabs every day.
Listen, I went to school in Florida, so you know,
Listen.
eating those crabs.
Yes, yes. Are you a turn up or turn down when it's time to as far as music? You need something
I'm
crunk?
a turn down.
Turn
I'm a
down.
R&B
R&B?
girl. Yeah.
I can see you as the R&B. I can see you the R&B that the old R&B though, not
Yeah,
the
90s,
old R&B.
early 2000s.
Yes, give me some Monica,
Yeah.
give me some Drew Hill, give me some of that flow. This new, I don't even know what new
I
R&B
don't
is
even know
now.
if it exists anymore. And if it does, you can give me, some SZA, some Summer Walker. But I don't know if they even really in that category. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
kinda,
no, they
but it
hitting
ain't
like they good, but they not
yeah,
hitting
it's not like
mm-mm.
that 90s.
Nope,
yeah.
nope, not at all. We got our winter or give you the beach, or do you need like a winter winter wonderland vacation?
Give me the beach.
The beach.
Yeah.
Okay. You getting water at the beach?
I ain't going too much get in the water, but I just like to be there.
The atmosphere, the sunny,
Yeah.
because you're a Florida girl.
Yeah.
So okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, I love it. So I want to thank you for coming on the show again. And I know we are running out of time, but I would love to have you back. I would love to know how we can support anything you got going on, any events. Tag us in it. We'll definitely share it. I'll share it to my platforms. Just keep me in the loop.
Yeah.
And the way the algorithm works now, and I'm not using this as an excuse. We don't do excuses. But the way the algorithm works now, I miss a lot of stuff on my feed.
Me too.
I don't know what be going on.
Me
So
too.
I'm like, listen, I'm here. Tammy is in support of every mom community that's doing positive things for our people. Tag me and whatever, and I'll share it.
Same.
Have no problem with doing it. And I do want to tell you to make sure you are commenting and liking and sharing this. We are almost at 2K subscribers on this podcast, and we are slowly growing, but we need you. We need your help. We need your consistency. We know you're watching, and we appreciate that, but just make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Most people that consume videos on YouTube are not subscribed to the channels, and I don't know if a lot of you know that. And I am personally being intentional about subscribing to channels that I love too. So I just want to put that out there. I want to thank everyone for always tuning in. Our sponsor, Liche Capri, designer bags for designer moms. You can get your 20% off of any bag with the code Huddle. That's HUDDLE. And a special shout out to we are official sponsors to A Home from Shauna Foundation. Make sure you check out A Home from Shauna Foundation, where they provide emergency housing for women that are pregnant and need emergency housing. So those links will be in there. Ways to give will be in the description as well. Leave a comment if you have a question for me or for Ashlei. Like I always do with all of my guests, I'm going to volunteer her DM. Just go slide in her DM, ask a question.
Yes.
Ask away because a closed mouth don't get fed. But I want to thank you for tuning in, and thank you again for joining me, for blessing our huddle with your presence. And as always, moms, crown on, chin up. You rock the rest of your week. Have an amazing day.